What's up, people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's your man, Cook Boy, and welcome back to the Good Living Podcast. Today, we have three guests in the house, and starting by my immediate right, well, everybody's by my right, is Ede.
Hello. What's your name?
My name is Emeka.
Are you excited to be on
Of
this
course,
episode
obviously,
of?
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so are you excited to also share your views
Of
on the
course,
subject that
I'm
we're
here.
discussing
I'm here to
today?
share my opinion and educate people.
Okay.
He doesn't like that name, but I'll call him his full government name, Ede Callistus Emeka. Welcome.
Thank you.
And the next person in the middle, the fine lady in black, her name is Ochi Kimura. Say hello, Kimura.
Hello, guys. So nice to be here.
And lastly, but not the least, is the almighty, the all smart, the producer of this podcast, Cassandra Ekogi.
Hey, hello guys. Good to be back on the show.
All right, on this episode, we're going to be talking about the importance of marriage in a woman's life or in the completion of a woman's womanhood. I don't know, is that a good way to put it?
If marriage validates a woman's life,
I
right?
think
Yeah, that's a
that
better way
I
to
think
put
I
it.
think I prefer that.
Yeah.
So, does marriage validate a woman,
Yes.
or how much does it validate a woman?
Does it first?
Does it? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't validate a woman.
At all.
No, I
Okay.
didn't say that.
Hello, my name is Kimora.
Are you excited to be on this episode of the Good Living Podcast?
Yeah, I'm looking to share my views and hear what other people have to say, argue if needs to be argued, and the rest. So I'm glad to be here.
Okay, see you.
But it shouldn't have to. Because at the end of the day, it's just marriage.
What do you mean it's just marriage?
Well, let's hear other people's ideas. I'll delve deeper as the conversation gets hotter.
What do you think, Eddie?
Actually, I think it validates a woman on a very, very massive ground.
Mm-hmm.
Very massive.
Okay, so in your opinion, if a woman is not married, she's less.
Not from my opinion, from what I've seen, from my experience,
From what it is.
from what it is.
Okay, so in essence, if a woman is not married, she doesn't have a chance to compete with a married woman ever. Like you don't rate them equally. You don't see them the same.
In society, Abby.
No, I'm asking a personal question. Society is totally different because everybody will have their own views. But to you,
No, they're not the same. The married woman is more, how do I say it, valuable, respectable, and everything in my eyes than her age mate that is not married. Not in every case, so, but overall.
I want to ask a question. What is the yardstick of the validation of a woman's life? What is the thing that would say, okay, this is the reason, except the fact that she has a man who most times might be a useless man. So if you have a man now and he doesn't do anything for you, you can still be considered as a respectable woman just because you have somebody with the
husband,
Y chromosome by your side.
Your husband, Abby.
Your husband, yes.
Yeah, because
so a man now is not the yardstick of a woman's success. Having a man by your side. Is that what people are saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are African first and foremost.
okay,
Have you heard any story about abusive marriages?
a lot. It's very
A lot.
common.
And okay, let's say the husband is abusive, yeah?
Yeah.
And the family of the girl is aware.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think the family half the time, like in Africa here,
Yeah.
let's talk about our environment here.
Yeah.
Why do you think half the time the family of the girl never wants her to leave that marriage?
Okay. So
In
to
as,
ask.
in as
It is
much
called
as
conditioning. It
Okay.
is called conditioning.
So to
She has
ask.
been conditioned to endure, tolerate. When you're talking about an African woman, we are expecting empathy, tolerance, endurance, all those traits which a man would not want to identify with. Which man would
Men
want to
don't
tolerate
endure.
a bad wife. Have you ever heard that a man should go to the mountain and pray for his wife to change?
Oh, okay. So you think it's not fair?
It is not fair. So a man should not be the yardstick as of which we would say this is how we want to measure a woman's success.
Do you know why women are important? Why marriage is important to women? I think it's because, in terms of the preservation of our race, the human race, everybody has the thing that they are doing. Everybody has gender roles, right?
Yeah.
The women reproduce primarily, and the men protect and provide for the women because they do the reproduction, which is the singular thing that is propagating our existence. So, if you continue like that in modern setting now, the only way that happens is when a woman is married to a man. That is, in the correct setting, the way it's supposed to be. Obviously, we can do it another way if we like.
Yeah.
But the way it's supposed to be, you're supposed to be married, and then the man, as a married man, you have responsibility to continue providing and protecting the woman and the children in your household. And the same thing, the woman's responsibility to keep reproducing, right, for the man. So when you are a woman that has not put yourself in the position to do your duty to your race, to your
primary
you understand?
duty
Your
to
primary
the
duty,
race.
when you've not put yourself in a proper position to do that, you can't be seen in the same level with those who have done that.
The word duty always aches me because I feel like, this is my opinion. A woman does not have a duty to anybody.
That's what you think.
Jesus.
Is duty enough.
Is that what you?
I know
Is that what you think?
I know
Or
you put my better
That is
than
my
men, but you're not
opinion.
gods, though. I don't think you are levitating
We
above
are
the
not
rest of
gods,
us.
but you need us. We are
Everybody-
necessary for the continuation of your lineage.
but the
Yes.
funny
So
thing
if
is
you don't have
everybody
a
is
woman
needed.
by your side, you are the failure. Because
Crazy.
how is it crazy? You need a
That's
woman.
very, very, very true.
Have you seen any man
right?
being chastised for being single at the age of 40?
Yes.
Okay.
How
So
many? Check the percentage.
it happens. It happens
Check
a
the
lot
percentage.
because naturally, okay. So there was something you said that I kind of agree with. In Africa,
Okay.
yes, marriage is used. It's not supposed to be like that.
Yes.
But it is like that. It has always been that way in Africa because, like she said, conditioning women. It has always been like that. So in Africa, marriage, they have used it as a yardstick to measure the amount of success that a woman could have in life. But then again, that brings me to another side. There are a lot of reasons why some women are not married, and there are a lot of reasons why some women don't want to get married.
The good reasons.
I think
I would.
I think I'd like
I
to
don't
know those
know.
reasons.
Okay, you said good reasons. I don't know if I would say that they are good reasons because everybody is different. You get?
I do have one good reason.
Okay.
Okay, I would like to hear a reason after
Your
this.
health.
In what sense?
Okay, let me break it down. A lot of married women
Okay.
go to the hospital to treat sexually transmitted infections, which
Okay.
which they did not contact themselves. They contacted from their husbands, who contacted from outside.
I mean, they contacted themselves from their husband.
But you do get my point. Which they contacted from their husbands.
Yeah, the amount of unfaithfulness,
Yeah.
the rate of the
You're
unfaithfulness.
diverting, actually.
I
Right?
want to
Let me
talk
answer
about
this one,
childbirth
right? You
as
see the
well.
thing? I'm trying.
Yeah.
I need us
Talking about okay.
to pattern this conversation where, in all things being equal, you get with that in mind. Because what I'm hearing you talk about now is a percentage of women who have chosen the wrong partner, and then taking accountability for their choices that you made.
Yeah.
Is what you should be doing instead of saying, "Oh, health reason is a good reason
I
for
want
you
to
not
give.
to
I
get
want to
married."
give another reason.
I haven't even listed any of mine yet.
Okay,
so
yeah, let's hear more reasons.
Yeah.
Childbirth.
Okay.
Yeah,
A lot of women are shying away from marriage because of the need to perform that duty.
Yes,
once you are married, you have to have a child, which is the evidence of that marriage.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Cassandra.
Okay. Are you excited to be on the Living Podcast
Yes, I
today?
am. I always have controversial takes, so I'm excited to share those takes that I have.
Why are you doing like
Yes.
Callistus?
I'm ready like Callistus.
Yeah, you're answering the question
I'm
sharp.
ready to give you valid. I know we are going to have varying opinions. I'm ready for him. Let's go.
But if you abdicate your duty, you cannot be seen the same as the person who decided to
Do you know
chop liver
do you
and
know
give birth.
the number of women who go blind every year from childbirth?
Let me ask you a question, please. Do you know the number of men who die trying to put up these electric poles that are giving you?
Trying to
It is
put
not
food
the
on the
same thing
table.
It's not the same thing as
You know the amount of men who die
procreating.
offshore on the rigs trying to
It is
provide
not the
the oil
same
that we
thing
are
as
using in our
bringing new
cars.
life into the world.
But you know we have test tube babies.
But you just said women are. You're contradicting
As
yourself.
an African man, do you want a test tube baby?
Okay.
If your wife tells you that, oh
Okay,
baby, I don't want to get pregnant, I want
okay.
a test tube baby,
Scratch
what
that.
will you say?
Scratch that.
Do you know the amount of women that go crazy from postpartum trauma every year?
Everybody has trauma.
Do you know
I
how
would like-
much a woman's body changes after childbirth? You literally grow another organ.
It is what it is.
And you want to tell me this is a result of marriage?
Yes,
But
because when you are
but-
married, you need to
But you
perform
know,
that duty as a
you
woman.
getting married and
They
you
see-
choosing to bear children are two different things.
You said in African society, we
Yes,
are in
yes.
Africa, where they also see children as the fruit of the marriage.
No, all the time. This is 21st century.
No, it's true, but it's,
This 21st century, since she wants to come
And this is
updated.
also 21st century, which women are choosing to not marry.
I don't
And
think
they don't longer see
They actually not seeing husband. Don't tell me
They are not seeing
they choose not
husbands.
to be married. Don't tell me they choose not to be married.
Or men are no longer husband materials.
No, yes,
Oh.
yes, what is happening.
No, for real, we could as well say men are no longer.
No, but we
Putting
both know that
themselves
men
in
are
this-
husband materials. A lot of them.
Kim, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yes, about men no longer being husband materials, positioning themselves in places where women want to give themselves to.
I would like to understand that positioning after this.
Wait, do you think the increasing number of unmarried women is as a result of unmarriageable men?
Yes.
As opposed to
Yes, I
unmarriageable
do
women?
think that.
Personally, I think it's as a result of what they've witnessed.
Okay.
What was witnessed?
Okay. Like now, reaching back to that time when I said a lot of people have different reasons why they don't want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's one of the reasons now, like she mentioned, is childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, Cassandra, I would love to get married.
But
Yeah. No, it's not, there's no but about it. I would love to get married and I would love to have a child.
Mm.
But that is the thing that scares me the most. Another one thing is that women need love. Let's be very, very realistic. If you are marrying a man that you love, see, one way or another, your body is bound to change after childbirth. Not just your body, your countenance as well. Can that person put up with you? And that is the period that most marriages in Africa start having issues after the children start coming. So, it's kind of sad. Some women will, ladies, witness their mothers, especially in this part of the world, that is Africa. You witness how unhappy their mothers are because of the marriage. And most of the time, living in marriage in Africa is a problem. When they say, this one cannot stay in husband's house, they don't care that it's not your fault. All they know is that you cannot stay in husband's house. So this is one reason most of these women will grow up with this mentality. And seeing something from just one perspective is totally different. But when you are seeing it in your mother's perspective, you are seeing it in your neighbors, you are seeing it in your elder sisters, your cousins,
Your immediate environment.
It's like a pattern. Naturally, nobody, no female wants to be in that type of situation. So some people, it conditions their brain, especially some people that have it hard. Maybe you even witness beating. Now you know that when some people is normalized. They feel like it's a normal thing. If they are not beating you, then you do marry a husband.
Yeah.
But that's not the way it's supposed to be. And these are the things that most females are scared of. Because you can never really say that you know your man 100%. You guys change a lot. Naturally, people evolve all the time. But the fear of being with somebody and then one day waking up and that person is not the person that you met before is crazy. Some people will just prefer to stay alone. Now, there are some women that didn't marry, but they are very, very successful. They have chased goals, they've chased ambitions, they have certificates, they are well educated and stuff. They are relevant in society.
Yeah.
Like when you are speaking big names, they are more relevant by like 100% than some people that are in their husband's house with children, not undermining their ability. But I feel like a woman that has beat all odds and come this far and tried her best and her hardest to success should not be devalued just because she is not married. You understand, yeah?
Yes.
Because she also has her personal goals and ambitions. Being a mother being a wife in general is a very tough job.
It's a taxing job.
I
Yeah.
applaud wives, like especially full-time housewives. You have literally sacrificed your life because there is no break for you anymore. Once you get married, you're all about taking care of your husband now.
Yeah.
After the husband, especially here in Africa, if you don't have children 3 years, they never born. When the children come along, before you know it, your life is gone. And
so don't you think those people deserve more respect than the ones who just decided to go to school and do regular stuff like the rest of us men?
Well, if it was regular stuff, it is regular stuff for you men, but it's not regular stuff. So
Okay.
it should be regular stuff. And now what I'm saying is that since I've decided that this is not what I want to do, I want to do this. The effort that they put into that should not be undermined just because they don't have a husband.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's just marriage. It doesn't mean that you are happy or fulfilled.
So would it be fair if you see a man now that decides that he wants to be a very good chef and then be very good at knitting as well, and he's like 40 years old, 45, he's not married yet, doesn't want to get married, he's not taking up any responsibilities, but he's getting, let me say, accolades for being a very, very good cook, for being able to make hair, being able to crochet stuff, and all of that. Do you think he deserves the same respect in society as the man who has a business that is employing people, who has a family that he's taking care of?
Now, I would say no, because
how does that differ from the woman that is doing man stuff?
It differs because she's not actually doing man stuff. She's doing stuff that will help her.
The man is
naturally when women
they're helping, eh?
The wait now. When women get married, most of the time, right from like way back.
Even when you're growing up. Yeah.
Exactly. Even when we're growing up, my father told me to marry a man that will take care of me. I'm not especially men of the past, they don't marry you to come and work in their house.
Yeah.
They are to provide for you,
care for
children. You are meant to be a wife.
Yes.
So you as a woman now, if you decide that okay, I'm not going to get married, you obviously need to do these things for yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And that's where you have to strive for more, because as a woman, I feel like it's even more difficult because of this stigma. So you have to go the extra mile.
The society is harsher on you as a woman.
Jehovah. Society is harsher on you as a woman.
As a woman, yes. When you are unmarried.
When they learn that you are at that age they feel like you should be married and you are not.
Nobody wants to know the reason. Nobody wants to know if it's a personal reason.
You need to be specific. It's not the society, it's the women. When you talk about
women,
men inclusive,
you said something about devaluation of women, irrespective of what they've achieved.
Yeah.
If we deep it down, it's actually the women that devalues them.
How
women do it too,
let's take it.
Men also do it.
How so? Let's not say. I want to pick his brain. I want to understand where he's coming from.
Woman, and maybe she has done lots of things, and let's say the men stuff she has done them. The next question the fellow woman asks now is she married?
Yeah.
And that is where conditioning comes in.
Why is that question?
That is where conditioning comes in, where right from when you're a child, they'll start telling you If you don't do like this, you no go see husband marry.
Do you understand?
Why do you call it conditioning instead of just good advice?
It is conditioning.
Good advice.
It is not good advice because
why
you are
should you tell
living.
a young girl that if you try to become too successful,
Yes, they will not marry you. You know.
It is because that is the truth.
so why is it
why am I-
of women's
Success.
It is
That's
not.
obviously scared.
It's not fair.
I will tell you a reason why.
Just try
I'm going to-
be
I'm
more
going to- I'm going to-
successful.
I'm going
It's
to-
not that deep.
I'm going to
No,
tell
the
you a
problem
reason
is
You want
why.
to marry, if you want to marry,
This narrative is actually very funny. Using
at the end of the day, but
I'm going to give you a reason why.
the conclusion of what they are trying to say now, but
It is
that
because it is
Wait.
because it is because most men are used to being handed positions of power which they do not work
strive
for. Yes.
example.
In the house, when
house.
there is a male child and a female child and their house chores, the boys will be outside playing while the girls are inside doing the house chores.
Is it every single chore in the house?
You have given the boys a upper hand.
Wait, the chores that
You
involve
have already
heavy
given the
lifting.
boys freedom to do whatever they like.
The chores that involve
build
heavy lifting.
personalities.
Just the other day,
To
like
grow-
the other
to-
day on the podcast,
to
you
grow
said
up into-
cooking. It's a life skill.
Yes, everybody should know how to
And
cook.
yet he expects the man that's outside working, doing other stuff. Why the women inside? He wants the man outside to learn what the woman is doing inside. And
You are
wait, before you get married, your mother will be cooking for you forever.
Exactly. How is it supposed to transition? It's supposed to transition from the way your father provides for you as a woman.
I'm trying to
That is how-
break something down here. You people are digressing me from my
But that
point.
question is important.
Yes.
Before you get married, now that you are staying here like this,
Mm.
imagine that you didn't have a girlfriend or anything. How will you be eaten? And buying food is not really a thing. How will you be eaten?
No, but this is the thing.
You won't
There
eat.
is something there is always a natural transition in terms of how things should be. The same way your father provides for you, our father provides for all of us. But naturally, after your father provides for you, he hands you over to your husband who continues his job. That is why the father is the one that's always bringing the bride. So, if his job is to provide for you and protect you as his daughter, if you have a man or a husband that he's handing you over to, he's going to do that for you.
The problem now is the certainty. Why do you think?
Okay, the certainty.
Yes. Why do you think now women are trying to strive more to do well for themselves?
It is because certain women have failed to pick themselves the right husband, and it is their stories that is scaring the other people.
But now the truth is that I don't really say stuff like you fail to pick the right husband, you fail to pick the right wife, because like I said earlier, people change.
But
People date. No, like people are very, very pretentious. People are snakes. You could date somebody, you could feel like you know somebody. If not, why do you think we hear stories of best friends poisoning one another when we are celebrating?
You are supposedly best friends.
Yes. Why do you hear of husbands killing wives when they were very, very happy? Why do you hear of wives killing husbands?
Hello, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Coldboy.
Very excited to be on this episode. Now you be the host now.
Why do you hear of brothers killing sisters?
I try to think
It
of
happens because there are some people that see warning signs, you ignore a call. Now you do yourself.
Right.
But on a normal, it change. And to be honest, you can never really feel like you know somebody enough. You can never even really know somebody enough. Even when you're married, you're still getting to know that person.
I like to make it. I like to think of everything as your fault. I mean, if something happening to you, then it is your fault. Right? There are things that you can do to make yourself more equipped with reading people and knowing, identifying red flags, and also being able to disengage from people when you see red flags. The people who have terrible complaints, it's not because they didn't know that was in their partners in the first place. They just decided to ignore it, or they're preserving their partner's feelings. They didn't want to hurt them by leaving them, and so they stayed. But now that particular behavior has become something else.
And do you know why they were enduring that? Because if I leave this one now, because if I don't marry now,
Yeah, well, that's not my business now. What do I care
And
about
at the
that?
end of
what
the
do you
day,
care? Because at the end of the day, if like some women now, it's not like they don't want to get married, but like you said, sometimes, like I would say, some people are really, really not very lucky. Like you could keep waiting. As a woman now, if you say you don't want to marry wrong, some women now have a standard of a level of man that they want. They fit normally. If you have a standard, you should match up to the standard. They match up to the standard that they want, but that standard that they want does not really exist. And most of the time, these are successful women. What do you want them to do? They should
And,
throw away their
and most
phone
of the
because they
men
want
that are
to.
available
Or they
are
should
mediocre
stop-
men,
or they should
and they
stop being
expect
rich.
successful women like that to tone
Exactly.
it down a notch
Everybody
for
loves
them
money.
because they are men.
Exactly.
See the problem.
Because you're a
Everybody
man is
loves
not
money.
reason.
Everybody loves
Is not
power. Everybody loves success.
because you're a man is
Have
not
to
the only
be
reason
a
why a
gender
woman
role
should
thing.
want
You
to
want
be
to answer
with
this
you.
Okay. I see. Let me explain something here. You know, we are going to get for the topic a little bit, but I think people are making a mistake. You are assuming that women cannot find the husbands they want. It is correct too, but the way that you're thinking of it as if it is women that have to pick husbands, while
Eventually, yes,
the truth is it is husbands that have to pick wives.
it is women that have suitors.
Hold on, no.
It is women that have suitors. It is
Let me
women that
continue. Let me
have
continue.
multiple partners trying to back them.
Hold on, let me continue. Just hold on. Yeah. Let me explain why I said what I said. In the world, there are more women than men. In terms of people who are eligible or ready for marriage, in fact, let me say willing to marry. The amount of women who are willing to marry, I'm going to assume everybody here is willing to marry. Not like immediately, but eventually. Abi, good. You and all your friends want to get married. I cannot guarantee that me and all my friends want to get married. Even if my friends were 35, I can also guarantee that if they're not married, it means that they probably don't want to even get married at all. So it means that one party wants this thing and there's more of them, and there's this part that doesn't really want it. That's why I feel like it is men that pick women, because the men who want to marry are like this, and the women who want to marry are like this.
Just the same way the men that don't want to marry are like this, and the women that don't want to marry are like this, and the women that want to marry. At the end of the day, everybody has
My question is, if there are more women on this planet and there are more women who are willing to get married than men, why are the men triggered about the women who are not willing to marry? Or why are they not focusing on the women who are willing to marry?
I don't think anybody is triggered.
Men are very
triggered.
See, if you go
If
somewhere,
you tell a man that I'm not going to get married, I don't want to have children, they'll almost beat you up.
Reactions come more from the women.
No.
see, women too have it. Women too
Even
have
within
it.
your
And those are the ones that are conditioned by the patriarchy system.
Yes.
you want to blame
me,
this on patriarchy.
in
Even in your
general,
friends group, if any of them should get married, they are going to feel a little bit superior.
How?
Yes.
It's
You people know this thing. It's true.
I wonder
Stop
how
this
I
thing.
was trying to turn it
The
back.
girls who
I
have
just
gotten
feel, okay,
married.
I think I've accomplished more. Regardless
Accomplished
of
more.
that's
I feel like
myself.
it is you giving respect to your husband, not to do
No.
certain
I feel
things,
like-
not
No.
because you have
I feel
accomplished
like
more.
It is personal. If
Okay.
women, if as a woman or maybe somebody in our friendship group get married to a good man,
Yeah.
that is a husband material.
That
and
is a
father material.
Emphasis on the good
Feels like
and
she
a
has
man.
achieved something better than us. I can't even agree with
You're
you.
saying it like
not
it's
easy.
scarce. You're saying it like good men are scarce, or
Yes, because
Yes.
good men are scarce.
You know, but
Should I say
men
it
are
into the
totally
mic
different
again?
from women, and the conversations that men have within yourselves
Okay.
are different from the
The
way
ones-
women have
okay.
conversations. Now, there are two things about men. Women talk to you people, and you people don't really listen.
Yes. You don't listen
Yes.
to the words we
And
say.
they don't know, or they don't
They
understand
pick
that
on
they
the
are not.
emotions that we are showing at the time instead of
Exactly.
actually listening to the
You
words
people
that
don't
we are
actually
saying.
listen. And the second one is that I don't know the right word to use. I don't want to say nonchalant. I don't. Yes, that's not the right word. That's not the right word. But there's this attitude. Let me see if I can describe it. That most men have, like,
I'm the price
Like-
attitude.
not even that. Like, life is just going. Anything that happens, let's just
Man, I have time.
forget about it.
I
Let's just
have
move
time,
on.
what about what? What are you
There
talking
are
about?
little things now. Women build up emotion. There are little things that you will do to women that they don't forget about. And most men are conditioned like this from who? From their fathers. Little things like this get to women. If somebody keeps cutting you with a knife every day, every day,
One day you will die.
One day you will do that.
I actually have this particular thing. I think it's a problem of understanding. Women,
It's
they work more with emotions. While men, I feel, work more on logic.
I do not agree. I do not agree with
Are you
you with
serious?
that. Yes.
Maybe okay.
If you say men are logical beings, Why do men get more triggered when women don't react to certain things?
Let me cite an example. Using a family setting. Okay.
I want to understand that if men are more logical and a woman does not react to your logic, why do you get emotional then?
I don't know what you're talking about, though, because
As a woman, you don't understand
there is
what I'm talking about.
Just like
there is no concluded fact that what you just said now
If you
is
say
the way it happens.
if you say a man is logical, be okay. As a man, you are logical, and I'm a woman, I'm emotional, and we have a situation where we need to trash out an issue. We need to trash out, and I want to be logical as well. Why is that in that situation the man gets upset that the woman is logical?
This is rare, and I've not seen it.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. You're talking as if
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
See, this is what I'm saying. They do these things and they don't even realize that they are doing it.
Give us a scenario. Give us a scenario.
Yes.
Give us an example of when that has happened.
Yes.
I just gave you an example.
No, create a scenario so we understand a man being upset or being.
When a boyfriend and a girlfriend, for instance. Okay, there's this podcast where I saw a clip online where the man asked his wife if he could go to Colombia with his friends to party, and the woman was like, "Yeah, I don't care. Cool, yeah, sure." And he got upset, like, why is she not caring? Why is she not upset that he's going to hang out with baddies? Like, why is she not upset? Why is she
You just
not...
watched the video. Why do you think? What makes you feel like that's going to be the
Because
reaction?
it's the truth. That's what happens.
In
most
this particular scenario now of the man telling the wife about hanging out in Colombia, what's the logic behind that?
The logic is that
There's no logic there.
no
You
wait, the logic
I can't find any.
the logic is that
the point is this.
Okay.
You said you
Okay.
baddies in Colombia.
Okay.
As that's obviously what you want to do.
First of all, how does that even? That's not even realistic. Who goes up to his wife and says he wants to party in
you
Colombia?
said I should give you an instant.
But it's not a realistic instance. It's not a realistic
You don't know
example.
your gender. Don't talk like
let me say
that.
No, we might want to go and party in Colombia or Paris, but we'll not tell our wife that's what we're going to do now.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about married women.
Yeah, the successful women who are unmarried.
Successful women now, like I was saying, no matter how as they see unmarried woman, because there are unmarried women that are successful as people, like that's why I was using them as examples. Chimamanda and Jose Okonjo.
Yeah.
Yes. Those women unmarried but are as successful as them. They are still, I feel like those people have really, really worked hard. Come on. It's not easy.
Okay, look, let me
Let's
give you an
be-
analogy. It's not easy, obviously.
It's not easy. I don't
Hey, come on, I ain't must say.
know, like for real.
Come on.
It's like if guys, the rich men that are not married, why they are still looked at a certain way.
Like I'm saying that even those type, like you were saying something.
They are
like
still
you
looked at
said
a certain way,
that-
Abi.
yes, you
That's
said
what you're
something
saying.
That if you are not married, then you should better be doing something
Yeah.
to make you relevant.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that these women that have gone extra miles
To do something.
things that have made them very, very relevant are still. I don't know.
Yeah, they are still looked at a certain way.
Yes, they're still looked at a certain way because you didn't get married. And what I'm trying to say is that it's not okay to do that. I really, really worked hard to get where I am today. Just
Okay.
because I didn't marry.
I have an answer for that, but I think we've talked about it earlier in the episode. Anyways, thank you very much for being with us throughout this very long and exciting episode. Thank all our guests for coming, and thank you very much for sticking with us from episode 1 to episode 100.
It's not
Can't appreciate you enough. Round of applause for the podcast. Alright, so we're going to see you next season. Stay tuned. Keep yourself busy with all our other videos and all our other content across all social media platforms. And we'll see you next season. Bye bye.
Thank you.